I made a viral piece of content that got over 1 million views, 57,000 shares, and 6,000 saves. And from that viral piece of content, we made $0. Going viral definitely has its benefits, but viral content does not equal buying content. I run a marketing agency where we make content to sell, and we get results like this. When it comes to creating content that converts an audience into buyers, here's what actually works. First, you want to hook the problem your product actually solves. Think about Glossier here. They make makeup that isn't cakey. The issue in the industry that a lot of women have is that it's too cakey and it fucks with your skin. Secondly, you want to show how your product actually solves the problem. Think about Apple iPhones. They tell you every year that their camera quality improves, but they don't tell us that. They show it by creating content that is called shot on iPhone. And lastly, don't be thirsty for the sale. Don't create a call to action that just screams buy now. Think Nike. Every one of their ads ends with just do it. You're motivated, you're intrigued, and you're interested, and they never showed you a price tag, but guess what? You still want the shoe. I made
Look how much I made though. Look how much I made. That's it. That's all. 1 million. That's it. I thought going viral meant you got money. I thought going viral meant you got money. Why? I'm so grateful though. Honestly, I'm so grateful that I've gotten more followers. I've made some friends along the way, but damn.
That's when you know you haven't got paid. When you gotta say, I'm just grateful that I made some friends along the way. That's how you know they ain't paying nothing. And so at least she's making the most out of it. But I get it. You're just trying to save face. It's all good. But yeah, this is a lot of the dilemma that a lot of people are facing. Kind of like what the first guy said. I mean, he was teaching how to make money off TikTok, but basically all he was explaining is basically you just need to have a product to divert that traffic to and get them to buy that product, and that's going to be the way that you make money. It's still not going to be off the videos. It's going to be off basically funneling viewers to buy something from your videos that you sell. So still pretty much aligned with what we're seeing. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also if you could hype.
Okay, y'all, here's another episode of why TikTok is a cheap ass bitch and they don't pay you any money once you hit the creator rewards program. Even though you've been sitting over here working your ass off to get the 10K and hit that 100K likes and get them watch hours, you hit it and TikTok don't want to pay you. And I got receipts. Come on. Now, last time I talked about how TikTok didn't pay any money, y'all, I promise you they shadow banned the fuck out of me. But I don't give a fuck. I feel like awareness needs to be awared. Now, in my last video, I talked about how the only way that you can really make money on TikTok is through TikTok Shop or through TikTok Live. Or, of course, brand deals. But your girl ain't got none of them yet. So let me get my green screen up for y'all hosts. Okay, so this is the video right here. Y'all, so tell me why I made a purchase yesterday. It was 60,000 views and counting, y'all, and counting. How much did I make? $1.38. $1.
That's crazy. The other person had 1 million views and she made like 38 cents. She only got 60,000 views, which is still a lot of views. Not much for TikTok. But she made like triple, quadruple what the other person made. That's interesting. So we would have to see more details.
And 38 cents off of 60,000 views. And I think it's ridiculous that TikTok is pretty much the #1 platform out there right now, and y'all not willing to pay y'all creators any money. But we're the ones keeping your app afloat. Anyway, this video isn't to discourage anybody, y'all. I'm not trying to discourage you from hitting your goals, hitting your 10K, hitting the creator rewards program. This is just to bring awareness to people that don't know, like how I didn't know. And it's also just a reminder, y'all, don't give up on your other apps. Don't give up on your other apps. It was one point where I was only doing TikTok. Now I'm trying to post on every fucking platform that I got. Make that YouTube page, sis. Start posting your TikTok content on YouTube, because I've been posting nothing but shorts on YouTube and I've been getting subscribers. Get back on Facebook. I heard they paying good money, y'all. Instagram, just any platform you got, post on there. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all. Peace. Okay, y'all, here's another.
Are we just talking, or are we just saying whatever, just uninformed? Because off what basis does she have to go off to say that TikTok is the number one platform out there? In what metric are we scoring that? I'm just curious why she thinks that TikTok is the number one platform out there. Matter of fact, let's look it up, because I don't know if I agree with that, but I'll be impartial and I'll be objective about it. If it says it, then cool. What is the number one social media platform? Because I don't know about that. I don't even think TikTok might not even be in the top three, in my opinion. But let's see. And then the beauty of it is it's going to show us off what metrics they're going off to come to that conclusion. So as of April 2026, this winner wins as the number one platform. And the reason is because of their global reach. And the platform I'm referring to, drumroll please, is Facebook. As of April 2026, Facebook remains the world's largest platform with 3.22 billion monthly active users. Despite being the older choice, its scale is unmatched, reaching nearly 40% of the world's population. So that is the global winner. But when we talk about the US, which of course is the most important market globally, the US market winner is YouTube, which I already knew. For the American market, YouTube is undisputed number one. Undisputed. It reaches 84% of US adults, far outpacing Facebook, which has 71%, and Instagram 50%. So, like I said, TikTok isn't even in the top three. It's currently the top video platform for every age group. Well, it looks like TikTok does win in something. And what TikTok wins in is it's the engagement winner. So it says if you're measuring by clout and attention, TikTok is the powerhouse. Daily time spent, the average user is on TikTok for 97 minutes a day, 14% longer than YouTube. And then they also have the viral factor, which TikTok has an engagement rate of 3.7% compared to just 0.48% for Instagram and 0.15% for Facebook. So when you just rank them just off everything, basically what you kind of find is that for the 2026 platform rankings, Facebook is ranked number one because of their global monthly users, or really just if you go off global monthly users, it's number one Facebook, number two Instagram, number three WhatsApp, number four YouTube, number five TikTok. So when we're talking globally, TikTok is number five, Facebook is the best, but then when we talk about the US, then it's YouTube undisputed for a multitude of reasons. But I guess if she was referring to the engagement factor, then I guess TikTok has it there.
So I wake up today and I'm kicked out of the creator fund because it's saying that I don't have original content. Like basically saying that my videos are not me and I'm impersonating somebody. Who am I impersonating? TikTok? It's me. And so I go back to look at my payout. It says $0, but remind you, I don't even make shit off the creative rewards program anyway. See, people think they're gonna get in the creator rewards program and they gonna get paid for all their videos that they put in their work. No. The day that you get approved for the creator rewards program, that's when they start paying you for the videos that you make after that day. So all my views been going down. I've been trying to figure out like what's been going on with these analytics, what's going
Man,
on. So I noticed.
look at these numbers, man. I'm gonna blow it up just in case you want to see it a little bit better. So she's pretty much 3/4 of the way to 1 million as far as her post views. But those shares, that's a lot of shares. Because sharing is a big deal. She's got over 2,500 shares. She's got a lot of comments. Like, she's doing numbers. But yet, that only equated to $50. $50 for bringing in all that attention.
I
I wish it had the watch time on there.
opted out of the creator rewards program because I'm like, I'm not making no money. I'm putting in this work. I'm getting my views up, and one video I made, I got 400,000 views, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna opt back in the creator rewards program. So I opted back in the creator rewards program just to see what was gonna happen. I bullshit y'all not. Literally, my views went back down to 500. So I'm gonna tell you like this: when you join the Creator Rewards program, they're going to suppress your views, meaning that you are not going to get the views, and you're not gonna make no money. They don't want nobody to make no money on this app. I'm telling you, like literally. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to find reasons to violate you and remove you from the program for no reason. And it's not just happening to black people. It's happening to all creators all around the world. Because I've Googled videos. I even Googled it trying to see, like, am I the only one this happening to? What's going on? Come to find out, it's been happening to all kind of people from around the world. Basically, they saying that TikTok is not the same no more. When it was owned by Meta, Meta would actually not violate you for no reason. The new Creator Rewards program do not want to pay people. It don't. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna violate you. And this is sad because like I didn't put in all this time and effort, but really I'm gonna keep doing my content. And my best advice to you is to make more than one TikTok so you can get monetized on different accounts, because having one account and putting your work into one account, it is just not gonna make no sense. It's not. It's not, because eventually they're gonna say, "Oh, this is unoriginal content," and they're not gonna monetize you. And basically, you're gonna be putting out all this work. So, and people think that, oh, doing those audios where it's not your original voice, that helps get your views. Yeah, it helps get your views, but TikTok is not gonna pay you for those because they're gonna say you're using unoriginal content. So if you wanted to join the Creator Rewards program, this is something that you need to know, because I promise you, it's not as good as it seems. And these creators do not be making the money that we really think they be making. They have to have multiple accounts, not just one. So don't never think that one account is okay on TikTok. It's not. It's not. I actually have another.
Here's what flagged. It's pretty much over. Here's what flagged that I want to address real quick. Why do we got to lead with it's not just black people when she's referring to just like basically that they're hindering you and keeping you from making money? Why is the first thing that we do is assume that like a corporation just targeted black people to try to like keep us down? We have to start thinking. What in your right mind would make you think? For one, TikTok was originally a Chinese company. Even if you want to say, okay, when they got brought into the US, now they're targeting black people. Why? Why would they do that? Because what people are referring to is like TikTok has done something in its algorithm to flag black people and put them in a lower tier or something. Does that even seem feasible? Like, that would take an entire team. So they would have to ensure that the entire team of thousands of people, first they'd have to make sure there's alignment. Hey, is everyone racist here? We want to make sure everyone's racist. And you think that wouldn't get out? They got an entire team working on an algorithm to target black people and basically suppress your growth. And you think that wouldn't get out, and you think there wouldn't be any backlash and cancellation for that? That would be the quickest way for TikTok to basically everybody stop using it if that came out. So like, why do we have to lead with that? Why do we first assume that. Like every time something just happens, it's like an assumption that we're being targeted and that we're the victim. I don't get it. Everyone, like she said, everyone's affected, but she first initially thought that they were targeting people, and then she had to see other cases to then establish the fact that, oh, it's everyone. But had she had not seen any other cases and got that proof, she'd have just been running with the fact that she thinks that you're targeting black people.
TikTok is not paying creators how they used to. And I'm dead not surprised. We already knew once China sold out, we was not going to get paid because America hates seeing us live easy. We were making livable wages off of TikTok alone. And I'm honestly happy that I found my niche and other things besides TikTok to make money through TikTok. Because if I was just relying on my views and regular videos to make me money, I was not going to make any money through here. And the only reason why I still post on this app is because I still get brand deals and I still get wig deals and wig promos to post on this app. I went from making $5,000, $6,000 a month on this app to
Hmm.
making $800, $900, posting the same videos, same
Wow.
content, same everything. And I don't post as much because TikTok has been limiting a lot of things that you can say. I had so many videos taken down for just stupid shit. So truth be told, now I just be posting on TikTok for fun. I post everything on Instagram. I still make my money through TikTok commissions on TikTok Shop. But my goal for my TikToks from last year was to get paid to travel and to promote Airbnbs and just do
Hmm.
promo videos for where I stay and for hotels and stuff like that. Like I wanted to get paid to travel. And I wanted to get paid through hosting events, and I did both of that last
That's
year.
cool.
I got paid from Lyft and DoorDash to host my very first barbecue. And I was flown out to DR and I was able to take 12 supporters with me. Now it's January 1st month of 2026 and I'm being flown out to Tulum literally on Wednesday just to do a promo for Airbnb, flight and stay covered. So I do not advise you to stop posting on here because you never know who's watching. But if you're expecting to get paid from them views, trust me, it's not like that anymore. Coming from someone who has 800K on this page and 32K on another page. TikTok.
That's what's up. So one thing I'm curious about is because in her caption it says, anyways, by the way, this video was from January 7th of this year. And her caption says, I'm starting a YouTube February 1st. So creeping on 90 days. And I'm always curious about how people are able to migrate audiences from one platform to another. Because as far as what I've seen, it's not easy. But I would love to see if we can go over to her YouTube, since she said she's starting it. And I want to see how that process was as far as her migrating her audience. If we can. Y'all don't, give me some slack. Okay, I was going to say, she has a lot of things on her link tree. And then she got the YouTube all the way at the bottom. So I don't really have much faith that a lot of people went down there. That's a lot of friction because I was about to give up. But let's see. Yeah, so, it's been, huh, that's interesting. Well, she's been on YouTube for a while. She's got videos from 5 years ago, but she really only has, as you can see, less than 5,000 subscribers. Let me see the latest if she started posting. So she didn't even do what she said she was gonna do. She didn't even do what she said she was gonna do because she really didn't start posting on YouTube. So it you really can't tell because she didn't really start posting anything new. Her latest video was from 2 years ago.
Everyone is on here talking about, is making videos talking about how, like, the downfall of TikTok and how, like, creators aren't making any money anymore, and how, TikTok sold to, I think, Oracle and whatnot, and, like, the downfall of creators not making money. And I honestly, and I hate to say it, I don't mean disrespect, but I hate to say it, I think the reason that most creators aren't making money on this app anymore and they changed the way they pay people is because when the bigger creators got on here and started telling us how much money they were making on this app, and everybody tried to start being creators, people on here begging or start making rage bait content to get paid. TikTok was like, nah, we're not paying for that anymore. So they stopped paying people because, like I said, people would get on here and telling us how much they made and how much they would make per video and what they did to make that money. And TikTok did not like that, so they changed it. And it's y'all's fault.
for getting on here and telling people how much you made because you knew people were going to be like, oh, I want a part of that money and start making videos. And then rage bait content became an all-time high. And people started making rage bait content, making money from that. People started begging on here, making money from that. And those begging videos made them money because people were talking about them begging on this app. So yes, TikTok is downfall TikTok, but it started with creators, like I said, getting over here telling us how much they made instead of keeping that to themselves. And now everyone wants to be creative. Everyone's trying to make money. Nobody's making money over here anymore because ain't no more money to give out because TikTok is not what it used to be 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Going viral should not be your first goal as a new content creator. And let me tell you why. Most of the time, going viral will not equate in making money if you're just going viral for no reason. Like if it's just a funny video or if it's just a trend or something like that, it's like, okay, you went viral. But what happens when you go viral and then the people come to your platform and there isn't anything of substance for them to continue to binge watch? That is how you grow an audience, guys. You want to have things on your page where people are on there for like 30 minutes just scrolling and liking and engaging in your content, because one video going viral versus hundreds of videos going viral is like a big difference. So for me, what I started doing was making sure that I had relatable content. I was showing up every day, showing my personality and adding value to my community. That is literally most important as a content creator, because if you're not creating content that people can resonate with, it's like, okay, she's just throwing stuff in the air and hoping that it sticks. You don't want to be that person. You want to be intentional. You can definitely post what you want, post how you want, but I'm just giving you some tips that I feel like would be useful as a new content creator trying to actually monetize your platform. If you're just here for
100%. I love that. And you should take that approach to pretty much everything, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, really just anything in life. And what she's ultimately differentiating is the difference between virality and quality. And you can see it, one glaring or one easy thing to compare it to is like when you think about the music industry. When you see certain artists, they literally came up with a term, one hit wonder. So think of that as like a viral artist, right? You have one good hit. It's a great hit. You're able to eat off that for 6 months to a year, right? Really good. And then you just kind of go away and you fizzle out and you don't have anything else to stand on to continue to allow you to have longevity in your career. Then you may have the other artist over here who's just consistent, and his audience knows it, or his or her audience knows exactly what to expect every time. It gets incrementally better over time, and they feel like they was along for the journey and they watched the growth. And so that is the same approach you got to take to content. You would rather have an organic um, trajectory where you just grow at a moderate pace, but you build up and you build up with quality, as opposed to just have virality, but then you don't have anything to stand on, especially if you go viral and you really don't have a way to capitalize on it as effectively as possible and then continue to take it and run. And see, like one of the best mindsets to have with anything really is you should always want to one up yourself. You should always want to take it to the next level. You should listen. I just hit 10K subscribers on YouTube. I'm sure if you've been following me for a while, you see a lot of changes. You see a lot of improvements. I got the new mic coming this week. I'm always looking to take it to the next level. You got to look for opportunities to actually improve, and you should always be trying to one up yourself. You shouldn't just be trying to maintain where you were. So I love that she said that. I think we'll leave it there for today, though. If you like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video, hype it's a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it helps smaller content creators and pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button, then it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller content creator, we actually get more points per hype. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.